Hello everyone, I'm going to help you with a tutorial on this scatter chart for this assignment that we have coming up. So a couple of things, the video recording thing that I use doesn't show drop down menus because it's more for recording gaming. I don't have anything else. So when I click, something like this where it says this general up here, there's a drop-down menu that comes down and you don't see it, but I will verbally read off anything that has a drop-down menu so that while you're doing this assignment, you can kind of look at this video and follow along with me. And if I'm going really fast, I apologize. I'm not really used to recording myself. So, okay. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to make this chart. So over here where it says year and annual revenue, we'll just highlight all that information there. Come up here to insert. Come over here to where it says charts, and this first one right here is a bunch of little dots. So this is where you're going to notice that when I go to click it, I see a drop down menu, and if you look, see there's a bunch of different kinds of things. You're probably just seeing my mouse move around. I'm actually floating over the individual chart for the chart designs for this scatter thing. So we're going to hit this. The first top left one says scatter, just pick that one. So here you go. Here's your chart. And you've got all these decimals over here, and you've got these decimals up here. So if you want to get rid of these decimals here and here, you will deselect the chart, come over to your year column, highlight those, and where it says general right up here, you're going to click that. And the top one's going to be general, no specific format, and then you're going to have number. It's going to say number. So you'll click the one that says number, and you see it changed. There's a bunch of decimals. I know you guys didn't actually see a drop-down menu, but like I said, I'll just walk you through it. And then it gave you 2 decimal places over here. So this right one is decreased decimal, so you'll click that twice, dink, dink, and it gets rid of all your decimals down there. And if you want to do it to the money over here, again, you just go over to right here. It's going to say accounting, decreased decimal, decreased decimal. All right, so now let's give it these titles that we're supposed to give it. So this bottom setup right here, this is the bottom axis is going to be your year. So we need to get these titles in there first. So depending on your version of Excel, when you click the chart, I'm going to tell you ahead of time, when you click the chart, if you have a new version of Excel, you're going to get this little green plus sign that floats right about here. It's going to flash along with a paintbrush and some kind of beaker, upside down beaker looking thing. It's for filters. So when you click this, if you watch real closely, right here, there's going to be a green plus sign. So for those of you that have the green plus sign when you click your chart, it will stay there for you. It's just this video recording doesn't show that stuff. So click, there it is. So if you click that, that's chart elements. The first thing you're going to have is axis, then you have axis titles. Now, see how it's changing when my mouse moves? What I'm seeing is a selectable box that says axis titles. So you can click on that, and now you have your axis titles. So we're going to deselect that for those of you that don't have the little green box that shows up right there. So we will click your chart, and then up here where it says chart tools, you've got design and format. So we'll click design, and then over here you have add chart element. And again, it's not going to show you the drop down menu, but I'll read it off to you. So you click add chart element, and if you watch my mouse, see I have an axis right here. The next one down is axis titles. And I'm going to move again, and you're going to see your primary horizontal, which is that bottom one underneath the year, and your primary vertical, which is the one on the left. So we're going to go ahead and click both of those, and now we've got both of them. So now that they're there, we're going to go ahead and just do that. If you had the version that has a little green plus sign, you just click once, and it'll go ahead and throw both of them on there for you. So come up here, and this one on the side is the annual revenue. So we'll just type annual revenue, enter, and it changes it. And this axis title down here, we'll change that to year. There we go. And then the chart title is whatever a chart title is supposed to be, and it'll work the same way. You just come up here, type in your chart title, and it'll change it. So now we need a trend line. So again, no drop-down menus. I'll still walk you through stuff. So for those of you that had a little green plus sign, you click. Green plus sign is there. Click that. And very bottom has trend line. So you see how it's coming and going as I move my mouse. That's because there's an actual option here, and my mouse is just floating for what you're seeing. So you can click that, and then there's going to be a little black arrow and then go to more options. There's a more options thing down here, and it's going to pull this whole thing up over here. So let's say you don't have the green plus sign. We'll go ahead and get rid of that, and we'll do it the same way for those of you that don't have the green plus. So click chart, your design is selected, add chart element. The second one from the bottom is trend line. I know you guys can't see it, but it's there, I promise. Go over all the way down, so see it as I move over this, it's showing different things. It says at the bottom it has more trend line options, so click that, and it still brings up this format trend line thing over here. So before you start working on this, you have to make sure that your trend line is selected. So if I click here, you have to click on your trend line, and you'll know that your trend line is selected when you have a little blue dot on either end of whatever it is you're working on in a chart. So we need this to be a solid line. So this little paint can right here, go there, click solid line, dash type, the top one. So you're going to have a bunch of different types of dashes. It's going to be the top one, just a big solid bar. So now that it's still selected, let's go ahead and go over to this little 3-bar graph looking thing, which is your trend line options. You click that, and at the very bottom you have display equation on chart, and then display R squared value on chart. So you click both of those. And then we're going to grab this box, and we're going to move it down to somewhere where we can see everything. So there you go. So now you've got your equation on chart, and your display, your R squared value on chart. You've got your axis title of year. You've got your axis title of annual revenue. There's no decimals on the money. There's no decimals on the year. You'll change your chart title to whatever the chart title is supposed to be. And again, for those of you that have a newer version of Excel, you get a little green plus sign. I know it flashes and then it goes away immediately. There's going to be a little green plus sign right there, and that's where you can kind of get to all your options. Or for a different version of Excel, you have design up here, and then your add chart elements up here. I know a couple of you had issues with this in the class, so there you go. If you need any other help with kind of Excel stuff, you guys can either email me or kind of just ask me, and I'll try and make a video. I know it's hard to follow along when the drop-down menus aren't actually there in this video. I wish I knew how to fix that, but I don't. So if you need any help, just let me know. I can take screenshots of stuff and show you what it looks like if you would rather have like a PowerPoint or something like that. So yeah, just let me know. If this helped you, cool. If it didn't help you because the drop-down menus aren't there, then just let me know, and I'll make screenshots of stuff, and I'll show you where these drop-down menus are, and I can kind of make a little lame PowerPoint or something. Alright, well, thank you guys. Have fun.